Seconds remain. 20 trailing by 17 points, and it's Johnston who is back in at fullback, gaining 6 to the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 4. And one of the few times Syracuse has been able to come up with good yardage on 1st down. Romanowski and Galvin, the 2 linebackers, combining for the stop on Johnston, who is limping a little bit as he received some attention earlier. Undefeated Penn leading 3-0 in the Ivy League. With Boston College leading 20-3. And hammered right at the line of scrimmage is Daryl Johnston. John Boza, number 97. What an outstanding year he has had. A senior from Keene, New Hampshire, virtually waiting for Johnston at the line of scrimmage. So it is 3rd down and 3. Here are the statistics after 3 quarters of play. Things a little bit as you would expect them, with Boston College leading by 17. Syracuse, however, beginning to pile up some yardage, even though they have not added anything to their point total. Penalty flag goes down, and so does Don McPherson on 3rd down and 2. McPherson dropped by John Galvin, number 55, as he tried to run the option. He almost dropped the football early in the play. Did not get enough for the 1st down, but let's see what the penalty might be. Here's Thomas Thamert, the referee. Motion against Syracuse, and that should be declined as the play would bring up 4th down, and Jim Fox, the punter, is already on.
The Boston College defense has done as good a job
illegal
against
motion
Don
against
McPherson.
the offense. Refused. 4th down.
They've done as good a job against
offense refused. 4th down.
as any defense we've seen the entire season, in containing him, controlling, and not giving any lanes at all. And that time, Don McPherson had nowhere to run down the line against that Boston College defense.
Kelvin Martin back at his own 30. Jim Fox punting for the 6th time in the game. His longest has been 44 yards, and this one's a pretty good one, all the way back to the 20. Martin trying to get to the wall, and he will not make it. Knocked down by Doug Pina, number 30, and David Holmes, number 38. So BC will have it at their own 24, 1st and 10 after a 53-yard punt. Boston College, and you may have heard the droning of the planes over here. One of them is carrying a banner, "Kathy, will you marry me? Bill." And I certainly hope Kathy is here if Bill's going to all that trouble to propose. Stratford hit behind the line of scrimmage by Paul Praise for a loss of 3 back to the 21, where it'll now be 2nd and 13.
Paul Praise just came clean, followed the blockers down the line, and brought down Stratford in the backfield. That's reading your keys. You see the counter play with Stratford carrying the football. Praise is coming out unblocked at all because he's following the offensive lineman, got in the backfield and got Stratford.
Stratford again. This time he has a hole, and he gets back to 3 and then some out near the 30. Derek Ward, 52, on the tackle for Syracuse.
But Jack McNeil wanted balance, and after 3 quarters, rushing the ball, Boston College 164 and passing 198. That's exactly what he wanted to do. That's why Boston College has controlled the tempo of this football game from the start.
And their time of possession 5 minutes more than Syracuse. They only have 1 more 1st down through the first 3 quarters. Here they have a 3rd and 5. The ball at the 28. Stratford again. Can't get outside and does not get the 1st down. John Dominic, the nose guard, number 85, making the tackle, and a little after the play activity between Derek Ward of Syracuse and Steve Trapillo of Boston College. And Stratford, as you see, Dominic, who made the tackle, has now gained 100 yards on the day on 22 carries, but he came up a few yards short on that one, so it's 4th down and 3, and David Rooney is in to punt the ball away. Scott Schwades back to receive it, and Rooney gets off a good one. He turns it over, and Schwades takes it at the 25. And he has a wall set up, but there's one guy he can't get by who knocks him out of bounds. Number 89, Sean Murphy, the backup tight end. A 45-yard punt. And Syracuse will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. Trailing 20-3 with just under 12 minutes remaining in the game.
Boston College has held Syracuse to only 3 points. Scott Schwades has caught the ball 4 times for 38 yards, has not caught a pass here in the second half.
McPherson on the option pass, looking for Schwades, who is open and has it at the 43. He's dropped almost immediately by Vincent Munn, senior cornerback out of Jersey City. But Scott Schwades, right on cue, catching his first pass here in the second half.
When Don McPherson rolls out to his right, Scott Schwades is going down and running across the field towards Don McPherson so he can see, and he turns back and sees that Schwades is open and puts the ball right down the middle to him for the first down.
Syracuse in Boston College territory at the BC 43. Option pass again. Tommy Kane again can't hold on. And Kane has gotten rid of the golf gloves that he was sporting at the start of the game, but still didn't hold on to the pass, so it's 2nd and 10.
Those are those quick eye cuts or post patterns right across the middle, balls you have to catch. Don McPherson put that ball through a hard pass to Tommy Kane, but he's coming right across the middle, right in his hand, and they go right through. It's cold out here, a little chilly, but when you're running out there and you're warmed up and so forth, your hands really aren't that cold, and the ball just went right through.
2nd and 10, Syracuse at the Boston College 43. McPherson flush from the pocket and under pressure lofts it down the sideline, complete to Pat Kelly, the tight end, at the 15-yard line. And Ed Duran beside himself as he and Steve Williams had the coverage. And McPherson on the run lofted the ball perfectly over the defenders.
Boy, this is a great touch. Here's the blitz right up the middle. You see Bill Romanowski untouched, but cannot get to Don McPherson. He motions downfield for Kelly to keep going and just lays the ball over Duran's head. That's a very difficult pass to throw as you're running to get the ball with that kind of touch and accuracy to Pat Kelly.
Syracuse 1st and 10 at the BC 15. Harold Gayden picking his way inside the 15 for a couple inside the 13, but a penalty flag was thrown, and I think Tommy Kane may have turned upfield too quickly as he was going in motion on the play. And Syracuse has been beset here in the second half by motion penalties. Dick McPherson.
Believe me, he has more than a sweater on. He looks about 280 pounds there. He's not that big.
Motion, offense, repeat first down.
Well, he had to wear his good luck sweater, that orange sweater that he sports. He, I guess, superstitiously needs to have that showing, so he didn't want to wear anything over it, so he put on everything possible under it. And I'm on his side. Even he's from Old Town, Maine, all right, so he's used to this. McPherson lofting it into the end zone, but a little too far as Pat Kelly was well covered. Carl Pelagata and Steve Williams were all over him. The ball a little bit overthrown.
A lot of times when you double one receiver like Scott Schwades, that's when you have to go to different people. You see Kelly going down the middle on a takeoff pattern by the tight end. Don McPherson going more to Kelly, more to Kane right now, because they're trying to take Scott Schwades out of his offense by double teaming him.
And a case could be made for a possible interference call as Pelagata had his left hand on the shoulder of Kelly.
I call that good defense.
You would. Gayden on a delay on a big hole. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Syracuse. Harold Gayden with a big touchdown with 10:51 left to play for Syracuse as they start to come back now, trailing by only 11 with the extra point to follow.
Just a delay to Gayden. Gets a good blocking, and a lot of Boston College people take themselves out of the play. Missed tackle there by number 2 Williams in the open field. Gayden breaks to the outside and gets just inside the pylon for the touchdown.
Syracuse has shown in their game so far, particularly the last 5 in which they have won 4, that they are a good second half team, and they have come back now trying to cut the lead with a 2-point conversion. McPherson trapped, fumbles the ball. BC falls on it, but it's to no avail, of course, on the 2-point conversion. Dave Nugent, the nose guard, with the pressure. So the 2-point Mary 17-0. And next week, the TVEN cameras will follow the Eagles of Boston College to Worcester, or it looks like Worcester, but it's not pronounced that way, where they'll meet the Crusaders of Holy Cross. Holy Cross unbeaten so far. Of course, they have Gordy Lockbaum, the two-way player, as well as special teams. So it's the traditional year-end game for both schools, and it usually does offer a lot of excitement. We'll hope that that will be the case and that you will join us next Saturday at noon right here for most of these same stations on the Television Enterprise Network for College Football 86, Boston College at Holy Cross, a series that began back in 1896. Right now, after the touchdown run by Gaydon, it is 20-9. Boston College leading and looking for an onside kick from Tim Bessling with 10:51 left to play in the game. Bessling has it teed up at the 35, and Boston College has 9 guys in front of the 45, but Bessling hits it high and deep. Tyrone Taylor at the 9. Trying to outrun the coverage. And Taylor across the 30. He can motor, and he's out to the 32 or 3 before he's hauled down by Sean Whiteman, number 22. I'm a little surprised, Jack, that they didn't go for the onside kick, but the way Boston College has been moving the ball on them, I think they feel that had they not gotten it, they would have given up another touchdown, something they cannot afford to do.
Boston College has done almost anything they want to with their offense against Syracuse, running the football and passing the ball. They may try to just eat up a lot of time on the clock here with a drive.
Fake to Stratford. Halloran again with a lot of time. Now runs out of the pocket. And Terry Wooden hauls him down at the 39. So he winds up gaining about 6 yards on the play.
Where Sean Halloran talked to one of the receivers, Darren Flutie, after the play. Little play action fake, looking downfield, looking for the big play. It's not there. Does not want to put the ball up for grabs, and just goes and gets as much yards as he can. Finally, Wooden brings him down after a gain of about 7 yards.
2nd and 4 at the 39, and preliminary movement along the line of scrimmage.
When that flag goes up, offensive lineman pointed to defensive lineman point back to the offensive lineman. Illegal procedure against Boston College on the play. Jack McNeil does not want any mistakes right now. He knows he's moved the football. You don't want to self-destruct with penalties.
John Dominic was drawn offside, the nose guard for Syracuse. And here's the call from Thomas Thamer.
Dead ball, illegal procedure, offense, repeat 2nd down.
Army and Lafayette in a real defensive struggle, and Oklahoma out in front of Colorado 14-0 so far.
Oklahoma has that great defense, does not give up any touchdowns the entire season against the run, holding Colorado to 0 points so far.
Halloran to throw again on 2nd down and 9. Scrambling and brought down behind the line of scrimmage and behind the 30 at the 29. As again, he could find no one open, and Keith Freiberg, along with Wes Dove, putting the pressure on. So it'll be 3rd down, and now about 13 or 14 yards to go. BC at their own 29. Stratford. Again, on 3rd down, they try to run Stratford, and he does get a pretty good hole, but not enough for the 1st down. As they're playing it rather conservatively, and it'll be 4th down as Tim Pigeon made the tackle on Stratford at the 38.
I think right now, Jack McNeil, you see Stratford going over 100 yards, 107 yards. Does not want to take any chance with interception. Anytime you get down a 3rd down in a long situation like that, you're playing pass, why not run the football, get what you can, and rely on your defense.
David Rooney boots it out of there. It's a wobbly end-over-end job, and it's going to roll toward the sideline and away from Scott Schwades. Out of bounds at about the 37 or 8 of Syracuse. Football and trail by 11. 1st and 10, just outside their own 37. 8:42 left to play. On the option, McPherson cutting it upfield. He is close to the 1st down marker, probably a yard short as he gets to the 47. And Carl Crushbane, number 35, and Ed Duran, the safety, bring him down there. So a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
And Boston College defend the option very well on the play, as good as you can do defensively. Don McPherson just got that one little crease, used that quickness, and got 9 yards out of a play where Boston College played it pretty well.
On 2nd down and 1, Syracuse gets the 1st down as Chris Barnes carries. John Galvin makes the tackle at the BC 49. Now they march it closer to the 50-yard line, but it's 1st and 10 Syracuse.
And this is where a lot of times Don McPherson has made a lot of big plays in the 4th quarter. Defensive line and linebackers chase him around the entire football game. They get a little bit tired and fatigued, and then he ends up making a lot of big plays towards the end of the game.
On 1st down on the option pass, under pressure and dropped, Eric Lindstrom has him, and a flag goes down for intentionally grounding the ball. As McPherson tried to avoid the loss, he will wind up with an even greater one.
Jack McNeil feels that Lindstrom has become much more disciplined player right now than he was last year or early in the season. You see right now he spins around and goes down the line and then pulls back out. Lindstrom never goes for the fake at all. He's going after the quarterback all the way. Intentional grounding, loss of down as well.
Intentionally grounding, loss of down against the offense. 2nd down.
2nd down and about 30 yards to go, as the loss and the penalty move the ball back to the Syracuse 31. They need to go to the 39 of Boston College for a 1st down. McPherson looking to pass, and again he is hammered as he put the ball down this time and had to eat it. And there were 3 maroon-shirted BC defensive linemen there. Again, it was Lindstrom, 99, along with Boza, 97, putting the pressure on him. So an additional loss and another penalty flag on the play. Illegal procedure against Syracuse, and the Orange men going the wrong way.
Defensive line of Boston College is coming off the football much more physical, bigger and stronger. Here's the call on the illegal procedure by the referee.
Illegal procedure. Only 6 men on the line of scrimmage against the offense. Refused. 3rd down. 3rd.
A lot of times what you don't have is one of your offensive linemen lined up a little bit deep. He knows he's going to pass protect on the play. He tries to get in position a little bit early, get a little bit of an edge on a defensive lineman, and he's not up on the line of scrimmage. That's the 2nd time it has been called against the Syracuse offensive line.
3rd and 34 on the loss of 5. And McPherson looking long and throwing long, but the ball is underthrown. His arm may have been hit on the play as he threw a wobbly wounded duck. And again, John Boza, Tom Porrell, Eric Lindstrom, Mike Degnan, and Bill Thompson all doing the job up front along the defensive line of Boston College. And it is 4th and 34, and Jim Fox is on to punt it away as Kelvin Martin drops back around the Boston College 30.
Syracuse had the ball on the 50-yard line, 1st down. Now it's back on the 26-yard line. Great job by that front 4 of Boston College.
High snap, but a return is on, and Fox gets it away, and he booms it out of there. Martin all the way back to the 20. Flag and a clip will be called on the play as Martin is run out of bounds. A 54-yard punt by Fox. And it's going to turn out even worse for Boston College as the clip will move it back even farther into their territory. Martin was run out of bounds around the 23 or 4-yard line. And that's about where the clip occurred as well. Seven minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the game. Boston College has an 11-point lead, and they have the football, but they will be deep in their own territory. And the mark-off will put it back to the 11. The score, Boston College and any other airline, and as well by your local Dodge dealer. Dodge, setting new standards of performance. Well, Syracuse has not had many bright spots, but punter Jim Fox has been among them, as he has punted 7 times for an average of 43.6 yards, and his last 2 punts have been 53 and 54 yards apiece. So BC 1st and 10 from their own 11 as Halloran is chased out of the pocket, but gets it away and completes it to the tight end, Peter Casparillo, at about the 16 or 17 in the grasp of Tim Pigeon, 54. A gain of 6 on the play will bring up 2nd and 4.
This is where a Syracuse defense has got to start taking chances right now. With 6:49 left to go in the football game, they got to take chances defensively, trying to make a big play, make something happen. They need a turnover desperately right now. They're hung on with 2 hands on that play. They do not want to risk a turnover here.
About 2.5 yards to go.
You should get the ball back in decent field position.
David Rooney left foots it out of there, and he hits a good one. Scott Schwades will take it to the 39 of Syracuse. Schwades trying to get to the wall. He got a block down the sideline, and Rooney makes the tackle.
Kind of speed, got to the wall, and he steps out of bounds and right at the 41. The official rolls him down inside the 41-yard line. He's trying to make a big play on special teams on that punt return for Syracuse.
On 1st and 10, McPherson rolling away from the pressure. And incomplete, intended for Pat Kelly, the tight end, down around the 15-yard line. There, Garrick McPherson, number 48, had the coverage on it. The clock stops with 5:28 remaining in the game. It'll be 2nd and 10, Syracuse at the BC 41.
You see Don McPherson going a lot more to his tight end, Pat Kelly, and also Kane. When Boston College defense is betting right now, we're going to take away Scott Schwades from your offense, and if we're going to get beat, we're going to get beat by the tight end Kelly, by the wide receiver Kane. Scott Schwades is not going to make the big play offensively against us.
Schwades with only 1 pass reception here in the 2nd half. McPherson firing it too tall for Tommy Kane at the 30. Kane was open, but the pass overthrown and incomplete, and it will be 3rd and 10 still at the BC 41.
And that's the player that's got to make the catch. At that time, Kane was open, ran that hook pattern. Kelly was to the outside in the flat. That time, Don McPherson, when he stepped up, put too much on the football, didn't follow through. The ball sailed on him, went high over Kelly's head.
McPherson has completed 11 of 28 for 152 yards. Syracuse, as you see, 3 for 13 on 3rd down conversions. On 3rd and 10, McPherson on the option, tripped up, and well short of the 1st down as he's knocked down at the 36 after a gain of 5. So it's going to be 4th and 5, and we'll see what they elect to do. McPherson staying in there, and Syracuse going without a huddle, as they have to go for it on 4th down. Barnes, the only running back.
To the 1st down until the chains are moved up and the clock starts. They don't want to waste any time at all.
4:41 remaining in the game. On 1st and 10, McPherson throwing it into the end zone. Schwades had fallen down. Abraham was there, but Schwades had slipped and fallen down. He got up in an effort to make the catch, but by that time the ball was out of his reach. Steve Williams had the coverage for Boston College.
You see Schwades coming back to the outside, wide open on the play. There's Abraham coming down late. Schwades just got 1 hand on the ball, could not bring it in for the reception. They're just trying to make a big play. That time Schwades broke free.
This time Schwades to the left and Kane to the right. It's 2nd and 10. Over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Barnes out of the backfield. John Galvin, 55, with the coverage. So the clock stops with 4:30 remaining in the contest. And it'll be 3rd and 10 still at the Boston College 21.
Don McPherson's the guy that keeps drives alive for his offense. There's not another quarterback in the country on 4th down and 5. A quarterback draws the call, and he easily gets the 1st down for Syracuse. He's that kind of athlete, probably one of the quickest guys on the field.
3rd and 10 and a blitz picked up by Syracuse. Boza almost has McPherson. He gets away and throws it incomplete into the end zone and almost picked off. Number 28, Vincent Munn, got a hand on the ball. So it is 4th and 10, and now the field goal unit comes on as Boston College leads by 11. Syracuse in need of 2 scores. So here on 4th and 10 at the 21, they'll go for the field goal, and Vesseling, out of Mike Komet's hold, will mark it at the 30 or the 28. It'll be a 38-yard attempt. And they lead by 11. Stratford again, a big hole and a first down as Stratford is out across the 45. Marcus Paul stayed with him and finally dragged him down by the jersey at the 48-yard line of Boston College. And Stratford, having another big day, has now gained 137 yards after picking up 140 last week.
The running game has hurt Syracuse the entire year. That's just a straight ahead play. Nobody are in the hole at all. Stratford does not make a move until he gets deep into the secondary, taking the ball to the 48-yard line. That's just the offensive line coming off the football. Execute it and get it done. That's really a credit to that offensive line.
John Bronner, the fullback, for short yardage and very near the first down on Brown, and Stratford's back at it again. He picks up 3 or 4 inside the 40, and they would be 7-3 after today should they hold out for the final 2 for a game or so, and not 100% in a couple of others. Here he picks up little, if anything, as Keith Freiberg makes the tackle on him right at the 30-yard line.
And Syracuse now using its last timeout. They were unable to stop Stratford before that, got the first down, so the drive continues now, forced to use their last timeout. Their defense just cannot stop Boston College offense to get Don McPherson back on the field. I doubt if McPherson touches the ball again this game.
1:42 remaining to be played. 20-9, Boston College leading, as you see it there. And it's 2nd and 10 right at the Syracuse 30.
And boy, how things changed with Boston College team. Early in the year, they're booing Sean Halloran. They want another quarterback in the game. All of a sudden, they're going to win another football game, 6 in a row, and I'm sure of a possible bowl bid.
With that carry prior to the no gain, Troy Stratford has now gone over the 1,000 mark and yardage this season on the ground. And that's typifying exactly what you're talking about, Jack, is the balance they've achieved in the offense. Stratford has 155 yards rushing in the game. Halloran has thrown 12 of 19 complete for 203 yards passing. On 2nd and 10. Stratford again, and again he breaks free into the secondary. Stratford, he may go all the way. Touchdown, Boston College.
Steve, just outstanding cutting by Troy Stratford on the play. He got a great downfield block by Dombrowski on the cornerback of Syracuse. Troy Stratford has great vision in open field, broke off that block and went in for the touchdown. See him right now cutting back, spinning, going to the outside. Here's the block by Dombrowski on one of the defensive backs. I think it was Marcus Paul. Stratford sees the block, turns it to the outside, and after gaining 1,000 yards, then he puts it in the end zone for the touchdown.
He goes 30 yards to pick up his 34th career touchdown as well, tying him for the lead among Syracuse players all time.
And I really believe Boston College will be an outstanding team to have in any bowl. They've got the big skilled people like the Stratford. Calvin Martin, who's been a little quiet this afternoon. But for the most part, a strong offensive line and a team that's gotten better and better each week. This is a much better Boston College football team than we saw in September.
You're not kidding. They have really put their whole game together. Their defense is also playing outstanding, as Brian Lowe will attempt the extra point with Sean Carmody holding.
He said it exactly right in the pregame when he said we've got to stop Troy Stratford. If we don't, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. They could not stop Troy Stratford this afternoon, and they were in a lot of trouble.
Brian Lowe ready to kick off. Gayton and Pennyfeather back for Syracuse. hits it well. Pennyfeather takes it about 3 yards deep, and now he brings it out. He's out of there. He tried to go back in, and he's going to be dropped at the 5 or 6 yard line. William Pennyfeather is a freshman, but he needed some help, freshman or not, from Harold Gaydon, the other return man, and either Gaydon didn't give it to him, or Pennyfeather didn't hear him, or it was just bad judgment.
You see him right now get the kickoff return. He takes one step out. Once his right foot is out, breaks the plane to the goal line. Now he's got to come out. He realizes at the last second, and he comes out with the football. Here it is again. His right foot steps across the goal line into the field of play, and now he's got to come out with that football, or it'll be a safety back in the end zone. And
Gaydon did motion to him, and I'm sure verbally also tried to communicate to him to stay there, but Pennyfeather did not. So from the 6, McPherson out of his own end zone fires it complete to Schwades, and Schwades dances out of bounds at the 23 for a first down. Steve Williams with the coverage, and there is Pennyfeather, a freshman from Perth Amboy, New Jersey, who lost his shoe in the process. So from the 23, 1st and 10 with 1:21 remaining on the clock. Schwades has caught 6 passes for 72 yards. 3 in the first half and 3 here in the second half. McPherson over the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Harold Gaydon. And Gaydon levels by John Galvin, number 55.
Galvin tried to time it up. I'm not sure he got there a little bit early on Gaydon. Even the fans here, the Boston College fans, thought there would be a pass interference call on the play. Got there a little bit early. The official did not throw the flag, went for an incomplete pass.
1:15 remaining on the clock. Boston College leading 27-9. 2nd and 10. Syracuse at their own 23. And the pressure's on, and McPherson dropped inside the 15. Boston College had been rushing just 3 people. This time they brought a bunch of folks, and John Boza led the charge along with number 46, Bill Thompson.
You can take a lot of chances when you're leading 27-9 with a few seconds left to go in a football game. They came out all out blitz, put all kind of pressure on Don McPherson, had nowhere to go.
3rd and 10, but more significantly, now 42 seconds remaining as McPherson gets it away as he gets near the sideline, and it's incomplete, stopping the clock with 40 seconds remaining. Syracuse has no timeouts remaining, and they now face a 4th down and 18 yards to go. Their situation might be described as hopeless.
4th and 18. Don McPherson looked at the sideline. He wanted to go for it, just try some more to make some big plays downfield, but I think Dick McPherson made the correct call. Let's punt the football away. This game is in the win column for Boston College with 40 seconds left to go.
Time is stopped before the ball can be snapped. Syracuse today rushed the ball 37 times, and 23 of those rushes were by McPherson, who has picked up a total of only 28 yards, as he has been caught a number of times behind the line of scrimmage. So not the normal day for McPherson, who has attempted 34 passes, completing only 12 for 169 yards. So the containment of Schwades and Don McPherson, a big factor in Boston College's victory here today. Jim Fox left foots it out of there for the 8th time, and Calvin Martin, taking no chances, takes a fair catch at his own 36, even though he did have some running room. Did not want to risk a fumble. And so 33 seconds remain, and one play is all that it will take for Boston College to run out the clock. Jack Bicknell, after a horrendous beginning, has had a very happy second half of the season. And the BC Eagles are bowl bound. There are many interested, and the Hall of Fame Bowl, the most prominently mentioned, at least among those that have been mentioned. The Peach Bowl, also with representatives here today, and the Aloha Bowl, also expressing interest. Halloran falling on the ball, going to one knee. 25 seconds now remain on the clock. And the ball spotted for play, and the 25-second clock yet to start. So BC will not have to run another play or take another snap, as the clock is down now to just 10 seconds remaining. Boston College moves their record to 7-3 with their 6th consecutive victory. Syracuse, who was looking for a winning season, now falls to 4-6 on the year, each team with 1 game remaining. As Jack McNell and Dick McPherson meet at the middle of the field, we will have BC's final game against first 2 possessions. 1 touchdown being set up by a 50-yard Sean Halloran pass, and the other scoring on a 66-yard pass from Halloran. And the tone was set. The defenses sort of took control in the 3rd quarter, but Syracuse unable to come up with anything more than an early field goal and a late touchdown, and they failed on a 2-point conversion following the TD. And as we look at the final statistics, Boston College coming into this game averaging 170 yards rushing and 192 yards passing, surpassing both those figures and rolling up 470 yards total offense. Troy Stratford, the big man on the ground, with 30 carries for 184 yards, and Halloran completed 12 of 19 passes for 203 yards on the day. So with 430 yards, or rather 480 yards coming into this game, and Stratford with 184 today, the vast majority of his 1,000+ yards on the year have come in just the last 3 games this season that he has played.
The thing about Troy Stratford, he's been healthy for the last couple of games. The offensive line's been doing a great job. That's why he's been very successful running the football.
And now let's go down on the field and talk to Troy Stratford. Troy from Linden, New Jersey. The compact package, you had an outstanding day today. And Troy, I know you've got to be happy with the way things have gone, not only today, but the last 3 games. We were just commenting on the fact that you're over the 1,000-yard mark, and most of it's just come in the last 3 weeks.
Definitely. As of late, my offensive line has been doing an outstanding job. And it's not only that, it's just that we've created a balance between the pass and the run here at Boston College. That's the main reason why we can click more. As you can see, everybody's happy.
Well, they love you, pal. There's no question about that.
Love them too.
We were talking about the balance earlier. That's one of the things that Jack Ham brought up in the telecast, and I don't know if Troy's going to be able to continue with us or not, as he's being mobbed.
I can't even hear you.
All right, thanks, Troy, and congratulations. They just won't let him talk. I mean, they're all over him. They've torn down the goalpost at one end of the field here. It is as if they're celebrating a bowl victory already, but this is the final home game of the season, and the seniors on this ball club were honored prior to the game, Troy Stratford among them. And let's take a look at Stratford's run for a touchdown.
Well, it's just a straight handoff out of the I formation, and then it's all Troy Stratford after he gets through the line of scrimmage. He makes his quick cut back to the middle. Now he plants his left foot, gives a little fake to Marcus Paul, and leaves Marcus Paul in the dust back here, and then he gets the block by Dombrowski. But he's such a great cutter in open field. He's got outstanding vision to go along with that quickness.
That was a 30-yard touchdown run at the end of the game that really put it away for Boston College. Their defense also outstanding today, and we talked about it earlier, Jack, about how they have controlled the line of scrimmage. They did it really from the opening gun, and that defensive front line did the #1 thing they had to do. For the most part, they really controlled Don McPherson.
Well, they contained him from the outside with a linebacker, the defensive end like Lindstrom, and then they put that pressure right up the middle. Boza a lot of times on that single block beat his man at the line of scrimmage and had Don McPherson flushed out and running for his life. But they did it for the entire football game. A lot of teams were able to control Don McPherson for a quarter and a half, maybe a half, and then he'll get you in the 4th quarter. Today, they did a great job the entire football game. You got to give credit to their defense.
And as we get ready to say bye-bye, we'll bring you up to date on what's happening elsewhere as you check out the scores. With Holy Cross leading over William and Mary, they should go into the game next week with BC still undefeated. John Boza had a big day for Boston College today with 3 tackles. 3.5. My lips are frozen, I think. 3 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 2 or 3 half sacks and 2 full sacks. Anyway, a big day defensively. Here's Sean Halloran's. I think this is the second big pass.
This is on a 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 1. He goes up top to Flutie. They took away Calvin Martin. I'm not sure Calvin Martin caught a ball this afternoon, took him away. Then Flutie gets a single coverage, and he just beats his defender.
Calabrese, associate producer Rose Anderson, broadcast associate Barry Wallach, technical director Dave Mazza, audio by Bob Dixon, electronic graphics Michael Sheehan, senior videotape operator Mike Nathanson, and our still store operator Russ Severini. Our thanks to our stage manager Peter Rocket, our spotter Steve Andrian, and as always our statistician John Butera. Jack, that really sets up a great matchup between BC and Holy Cross in a very traditional game next Sunday.
Should be an outstanding game. I just think Boston College right now is playing the best football of the year. A team has got better and better each week, both offensively and defensively today, and Sean Halloran at the controls did the job this afternoon.
Probably the second best team in the East behind Penn State, still undefeated right now. So this is Steve Zabriskie thanking you for joining us, and for Jack Ham saying so long from Alumni Stadium on the campus of Boston College, where the final score once again is Boston College 27, Syracuse 9. College Football 86 is a presentation of the Television Enterprise Network.